In this section we'll talk about introduction to data science, right? So data science, right, combines statistics, programming and machine learning to analyze and visualize data for better decision making. Okay? Python provides libraries like Panda, Matplotlib and Seaborn to simplify data manipulation, cleaning and visualization. Okay, we'll talk about three modules packages: Pandas, Matplotlib and Seaborn. Okay, we will start with Pandas. So Pandas are generally installed, but if it is not installed you can do import install Pandas. Okay, so we will see first initially how we can use Pandas for data manipulation. Okay, so I have a data set, so it's a CSV, you know, it's comma separated. So I have the header, name, department, age, salary and date. So I have created this. So we'll try to import this CSV file. So we'll first load no import the module. Okay, we'll load the data. Okay, we have loaded the data and we will see first no few rows. So how we can see first few rows? So it has, suppose it's possible this has many rows, right? If you do print data it might not show no all the things. So what similarly what is best to see if, this is the way to see first few rows. Okay, to understand how the data is, what are the columns, right, what are the rows. Okay, now what we can do, we'll try to maybe filter some rows or filter rows where maybe age is more than 30. Okay, we'll try to see. Okay, so how we can do filter data, right? So data, now we are filtering with respect to age, right? So age, so what we have to do, data, so now it has become no, now we have to, because this has become a data frame, so we are calling that data. So we will be passing through age column. It has, if it is more than 30. Okay, okay, now what I can do, print data, it's filtered data. Okay, so you will see, so let me put just to differentiate. So as you can see, this has many, just one thing, put print out the data. So this has many, right, different names, department, different names. But once you do this, how you we are trying to filter rows where age is more than 30. So data is data frame, and this is how you to write. So what is the column name, more than 30, and we are trying to print. If you see all the age which are more than 30, we are able to fetch it. Okay, now what we can do, maybe suppose if you wanted to group maybe group data by department and calculate mean salary. Okay, so as you can see, they are departments and we will be trying to calculate the mean salary. Okay, so let's see how to do that. So okay, so group data data dot we can do group by. Okay, so we wanted to group by with respect to department, right? So what we will do, we will group by with respect to departments. So department, right, this is we got the department group by. Now we wanted to get the salary, right, of the department. So salary, and we wanted to calculate the mean. So mean, right? So now we'll do print group data. Okay, now we will see, as you can see there are three departments: department 1, department 2, department 3. So we got the mean salaries. How we have done group by, we'll actually group the departments 1 to 3. From there it will take the salary and dot, so it has this method mean, so where it will define the mean. Okay, this is the way how we can group the data, filter the data. Okay, now we can see something like how we can merge two data frame. Okay, maybe consider df1 equal to pd dot data frame, right? So what we will do, we will try to create assume id, okay, colon maybe 1 comma 2, and the name maybe something, two names, so Alice, and maybe Bob. Okay, similarly we will create another data frame. C P. So what we will do, id 1 2, and in place of name we will have age, so 23 45, right? Now we will do merge data frame. Okay, so pd dot merge df1 df2. Now as you can see, we need to tell the data frame will be merging on top of something, right? So in this case we will be merging on top of id, right? So as you can see, first data frame id is 1 2, and it has two named Alice and Bob, and data frame 2 id is 1 2, so it can be roll number also. Age is correspondingly 23 and 45. Okay, we will be able to merge with respect to some column, right? So in this case on id, so we will be writing on equal to id. Okay, so what we will do now, print merge. So print, now we will do print merge def. Okay, so def2 not defined. Okay, very good, this has to be def2. So as you can see, with respect to id, will be able to we are able to no merge Alice, the name and age. Alice is no age is 23, Bob is 45 with respect to. So it is the there is a way how we can merge two data frame, right? If you have a defined column, okay, this is the way how we can use pandas for data manipulation. One is filter the rows, group by the data, and merge two data frame. Okay, the data science. Okay, so now we will talk about data cleaning and exploration. Okay, so data cleaning and exploration, which is very much required to increase or enhance the accuracy for analysis. Okay, so what we'll do, suppose your data has some maybe blank row. Okay, since it is comma separated, what we'll do, I will create some maybe 1 2 3, okay, blank rows. Okay, so now we will try to read the data. So we'll copy this, we'll try to read and see how it is. Okay, so as you can see, there are blank rows which is identified with NaN, right, in data frame, right? So it is not the right way, right, to analysis. What we will do, we'll try to remove it. Okay, remove the data. How we can remove it? So data dot, so we'll try to drop those rows which is having, right, null. So in place equal to true. Okay, this will drop rows with null values. Okay, so we will print it again, print data. As you can see, all the null values are being removed, but actually your file will have that, right? Your file is having that null values, but actually data frame, all the null values are being removed. Okay, suppose your file has some duplicates, so maybe replace, or maybe what we can do, okay, we can maybe replace null values with zeros, assume. Okay, something like that. So maybe we'll replace null values with 0. Okay, so we will do so again we will have to read it again, so that it contains the data. This variable data frame contains these null values. So we'll do drop, so we'll replace it. So data dot fill na, okay, with 0. Okay, and then in place equal to true. Okay, now we will print data. So as you can see, so it has been replaced. So you can replace the it's a null values with whatever you want, or you can remove the rows. Okay, so what we will do again, we will try to make a I will try to see some duplicates. Okay, so we will write two duplicates. So here duplicates, another duplicates, but we will change the department to maybe, or maybe just to make sure, maybe age is 0. Okay, we'll remove this. We'll save this. So we have, as you can see, we have 3 Arvind. These two are duplicate, and this is not duplicate, but just to make sure this is not deleted. Okay, so what we'll read it again. we got these duplicates and this. So now we will try to remove it. Okay, the duplicates. Okay, so how we can do data drop, right, drop duplicates. Okay, in place equal to true. Okay, so print data. Okay, so let's see how it goes. As you can see, one Arvind is removed, right? This Arvind which is duplicate one is removed, but it made sure that if one column data is not duplicate, it will keep it. Okay, this is one way. So now what we can do, maybe this date we can change. Suppose there is how to, maybe suppose you want to convert some data types. Okay, so how we can do, okay, as you want to convert the date, so data date, so pd, right, now you want to do with 2 date time. Okay, so to convert, right, so we are replacing it. Okay, we are converting and replacing it. So we are converting the data frame for this date column with, right, with date time. So data date. Okay, something right went wrong, so this has to be data frame, right? So date. Okay, now print data. As you can see, we are able to convert it. Okay, so what we have learned, we can actually, right, manipulate the data, clean the data. If there is duplicate, there is a null value, we can also convert to data types. Okay, we can also get some statistics, but this may not be right data frame. So we can get statistics with maybe data dot describe. Okay, if you run it, so it will describe what it is. Okay, so we can also it has to be, as you can see, it describes, right, it tells what is the, how many count rows, I mean columns, what is the mean value, right, max value, standard deviation, all these things. You can also do maybe data.info. Okay, so you can see different infos it is trying to give. So it is, okay, it is more or less useful. Data visualization with Matplotlib and Seaborn. Okay, so visualization, what it helps in understanding trends and patterns of the data. Okay, so we will try to see Matplotlib, right, with some, we'll try to visualize it. It is important, right, how you can understand, with respect of graphs, with respect to graphs and all, we will able to understand how the data is visualized more. It will give an insight. Okay, so Matplotlib is a low-level library that provides detailed control over plot elements like axes, labels, colors. Okay, we'll try to import Matplotlib. It might not be installed already, right? In that case, you will have to install. Okay, mat through pip install Matplotlib. Okay, by plot as maybe no PID. Okay. So we'll maybe try to get some sample plot is equal to 1 2 3 4 5. I mean, some, get some x-axis, we'll do some y-axis, 10 20 25 30 40. Okay, so now we will try to plot it. Okay, so PIT dot plot, plotting x and y. You can label it with maybe something sales growth. Okay, and we can also give color, maybe blue. Different parameters you can give, maybe lines, style you can give, something like test. Okay, pit dot, you can give title, maybe something like example. Okay, now you can now label the x-axis, label x-axis. Similarly you can label y, y-axis. Okay, now we have to legend, put the legend, and then to show it, see, if you do this, it will not show anything. Okay, now if so, to show it, you have to give show. Okay, so there is some error. So xy label sales growth color blue, line style. So what I have, okay, so this has to be plot. Okay, so as you can see, it is able to plot the graph with respect to it will show the title, x-axis label, y-axis label. Okay, so what we have done, if you have, you can use the data frame, all the data, and write plot in a graph with respect to Matplotlib. Okay, this is a very low level library, right? You can plot the graph, and there is another better one is Seaborn, right, which is built on top of Matplotlib and simplifies the creation of complex visualization with a more aesthetic look. Okay, that we can see. So for that you have to import Seaborn, right, as maybe SB. Okay, okay, so there is already a data that I have put that I wanted to it's a big data. So what I will do, so SB dot load data set tips. Okay, I already have it, so I will show the data. So it's a big data, so it has total bill, tip, smoking day, dinner, all those things. It's a big data, because with the help of big, if you have big data, then only, right, it we can give the example will be good. Okay, so this already is there. So we have loaded the data, right? Now what we will do, we will no do a scatter plot. Okay, okay, with also maybe with regression line. Okay, so if you know regression, so it will try to draw the line on top of the scatter plot. Okay, So what we will do, sb dot lm plot. Okay, lm plot. So we'll do, so we'll be plotting x and y coordinate. Okay, with the, so we'll be plotting total bill. Okay, so total underscore bill, and in y coordinate we'll plot the tips, maybe tip, right? And we'll use the data with the data frame. Okay, so it has to be data. Okay, now we will plot it. So we also need Matplotlib, right, to plot it. Actually, to with the plot the title. Okay, so import Matplotlib dot pyplot as plt. So if you wanted to have the title, you need this, because Seaborn is built on top of the matplot, so we can use Matplotlib parameters also. So title, so what we will do, bill versus, right, bill versus tip. Okay, so if I draw it, as you can see, there the scatter plot, this is the regression which will show. If you know the regression maths, so it will try to plot on top of the scatter plot, right, how it is going, in which direction it is going. Okay, okay, suppose we wanted to maybe do a box plot. So box plot to show the distribution. Okay, distribution. So I can do sb dot, it has box plot, box plot. Okay, maybe with respect to day we want. Okay, so if we see, we have day, so day, and we can do with respect to total bill. Okay, total underscore bill, let's check it with that. So it's total bill. Okay, so where we want to do with respect to data frame data. Okay, and we can write title it till this is maybe total bill distribution by day. Okay, as you can see, we got the box plot with respect to day, Thursday, Friday, whatever the data is. Okay, so as you can see, the Matplotlib is very basic one. Okay, if you want right, some visualization, better visualization, right, complex with some aesthetic look, then you can use Seaborn. So it can do scatter plot, box plot, right? So what we have done in this topic is we walk through on the pandas, how we can do Matplotlib, Seaborn, different example, which are actually one of the important topics of data science. Pandas are extensively used in data science, right? And we plot, right, to get a better understanding of the data. Okay, that's it guys for this data science session. Thank you.